No, it's video.
Okay.
Isaac Newton's third law of motion states that for every action is equal and opposite reaction, right? So putting that into reality, we all know that technology has brought about a great deal of lasting improvement on society today, but also it's having a controversial side to it. According to the research I've done prior to this speech I'm giving to you guys today, studies shows that an average person spends at least 4 years of his or her life, or 151 minutes a day, looking down at his cell phone or devices. Well, I'm here to sedate you on the fact that technology has a controversial side to it and what causes it has been acted on society today. Technology, being a part of modern life, a controversial one, has had a lasting great improvement in society today, but is also having an exponentially growing effect in society today, which people fail to capitulate. First, the action. We all know that technology has brought about great lasting improvements. Communication is more easier. As you can see here, this is what so many advancements technology has brought about. We communicate with our peers, with our teachers faster rather than back in the day where we had to only come to school to talk to and communicate with teachers or our fellow workers at work. It has given us a different amount of varieties of transportation means. We don't have to walk or ride a bicycle anymore. We can use a plane. There's the train. There's the buses, fast cars. They have the fastest airplanes today. And we all know that since the beginning of the Stone Age, there's been massive and simultaneously more new inventions coming, and it's still coming today. Now, I'm going to tell you about the reaction. Tech is having an exponentially growing effect in society today that we fail to see. Well, children today spend about 6 hours a day on the computers and tablets and cell phones, whereas they spend about 4 minutes outside with their peers. That's crazy, right? I think it's crazy. I don't know if you guys think it is, and people spend too much time playing video games. So when Jeffrey had his speech, I'm sorry, but this is what I imagine Jeffrey looked like when he was born, and this is what I think his room looks like. So he's a gamer, right? So he spends amount of hours playing video games. We all know that online and tech activities is destroying our culture today because people lack face-to-face interactions and face-to-face interactivity with people, thereby no building bonds without friendship. I'm going to give you a quote according to CNN. It says that American children, by the age of 2 years old, 90% already have an online history. At the age of 5 or more than 50, regularly interact with a computer. And teens text about 3,500 times a month. And by middle school kids spend much time with the media than their own parents. So there's no parent-child bond in our today's society. We find out cases where teens text during meals or when they go out to have dinner with their family or friends. They are texting rather than paying attention or trying to have a conversation with their parents and family, which is really bad. And also, studies shows that the attention span of an average adult today is 1 second less than that of a goldfish. Can you imagine that? That's really crazy. But now, it's also affecting our education aspects because people today don't know how to spell because they all depend on autocorrect on their phones. Because when you're trying to send a text, they all depend on autocorrect to help them spell out what they're trying to say, or people have bad grammars because there have been cases on social media where people are trying to say R and they're spelling it as A-R-E, which is kind of bad. And at this level of age you have bad grammar spelling. Well, and it also shows that jobs in the beginning of the 20th century, which was the blooming of technology, it also showed that there was a huge decrease in jobs because according to academic education, it says by 2025, 65% of grad school students will work in jobs that don't even exist today. Well, work in jobs that don't even exist today. All in all, what I'm trying to say in conclusion, though technology has brought about lasting improvements to society today, by through the means of like the iMacs, the iPhones, and the iPads, we should not fail to overlook the fact that the damage is causing to us. Because there are so many I's and loneliness that there isn't enough us and we's friendship. So we shouldn't let it control us and make us forget what friendship really means. Not as to judge our friendship based on the amount of friends we have on Facebook or Twitter and likes we have on social media. Well, we need to control it and not be controlled by it. And I leave you with this quote by the EA. He said, he'd imagine a life where we smile when we have low batteries on our phones and devices, because we'll be one bar closer to humanity. Thank you. I think use your ALS. I missed the note card. See, that's why I didn't use this one.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I missed I dropped
You
my.
dropped it or you didn't take it?
I think this is my bag.